Tehelka's journalism very clearly is aimed at, has three clear pillars. The first pillar is the exposes and investigations Tehelka does, which is, I believe, the real job of journalists in a democracy, which is to get into the gutter, dirty your hands, and do the work. A lot of the work that you have to do, human rights violations, abuse of power, abuse of money, these require the ability to dirty your hands. I think one of the criticisms that could be leveled against a lot of urban media today is that it wants to keep its hands always clean. It wants to do the easy, clean stuff. The second is what I call, this is the fist end of Tehelka's journalism, the fist of Tehelka's journalism. Then there is the head end, which is analysis, opinions, essays. That Tehelka has always been committed to a very strong liberal space where we take in opinions of all kinds, and some of the best Indian writers in the world, columnists in the world, write for Tehelka, and I've always written, even when we were just a website. And we believe in keeping that a liberal open space. So, there are right-wing writers, the left-wing writers, the middle-of-the-road writers, all kinds of writers. So that's the head. So there's a fist end of Tehelka, there's a head end of Tehelka, and as importantly, there's a heart end of Tehelka, which Tehelka is unique for. We are the only mainline English publication in India now that has something called the Engaged Circle. The Engaged Circle basically is a space, a forum, and we devote 6 to 8 pages to it every week, which is really meant to represent the voices of people from the grassroots, people's movements, mass movements, leaders of mass movements, and very importantly, we are the only ones who do that regularly, every single week, Dalit issues. So we cover Dalit issues relentlessly. Tehelka's philosophy really is, as a media publication, we believe at the heart of our job is the idea of public interest. That in a democracy, a good publication should represent public interest journalism, and that's what Tehelka tries to do. Today, the general wisdom has become among media houses that we only address the issues that concern our readers. I believe that if you work in the English urban media space, it's your responsibility, and Tehelka tries to do that, to bring the stories of people who will never read your paper to those who should read about them. Anybody who goes through Tehelka's record of journalism or follows Tehelka regularly knows that this is a completely dishonest accusation. Tehelka has uncovered more than 30, 40 different kinds of scams, from human rights exposés to abuses of political power and money. And many of these have actually been against the Congress. The Jessica Lal case led to the resignation of Manu Sharma's father, who was a minister in the Congress government. We've exposed Satish Sharma in the past. We've done several cover stories on the anti-Sikh riots, some of them which badly damaged Congress leaders. When there was the affidavit story of the affidavits testifying case, we exposed the kind of wrong affidavit of Sonia Gandhi. So it's not true at all. If you see, we are very critical of the current UPA government. We write about it all the time. So these are very cheap and easy accusations. But if anybody follows our work, they will see that we are very, very committed to public interest. I mean, we are not aligned to any political party, and certainly not the Congress, not the left, not. But if the question is that are you opposed to communal politics, then I will say yes, we are. We are completely opposed to communal politics of any kind. If the Congress practices communal politics, we will oppose it, because fundamentally we are very, very committed to the founding principles of India, the founding principles that were knocked down, that were put together by the founding fathers and which are enshrined in the Constitution, which seek a liberal, secular democracy for India, the idea of India. So as a publication in a very, very small way, that is what we try to protect and pursue.